Because if we go through some action, small, then we have to.
Losing the volume, please.
Which I think is very bad for them also. So they should also understand it in a certain way that there will be a discussion between the two. Oh, big boss, I want to increase my rent from 2 cities to maybe 3 cities. Oh no, I can't. I'll give you 2.5. But some of the landlords over here in Chokoe, madam, I wish you can send some of your journalists around, come and do some feasibility service here. The rate at which they are increasing the rent is very, very bad. So I think the government must also come in, because over here in Choco, we don't know rent control. We don't deal with it. So if the landlord tells you, I'm increasing my rent by this amount, and you can't, then come out. Somebody is in line. So please let the rent control also come out to educate with the landlords. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. So, General Secretary of National Tenants Union.
The Secretary General, what's in this? What's in the post?
Wadaroma.
Yes, Secretary General, right?
Secretary General.
Because he does 15 million.
Hey, so you have 15 million.
Ghana, we need part time. It's almost 19 million. People 19 million. Anyway,
it is easier, no? It seems that there's a lot of work for your union and even for rent control to educate and empower the tenants.
Yes.
Because just like even now in our state, where the unions are recognizing their power, they're able to stand up to the government, put their foot down on certain issues. I think that if you are able to even do it on your own or partner with rent control or all the other housing agencies to educate landlords and tenants, they would be able to mitigate some of these problems. And then
actually, maybe those who are listening to us this morning, Ghana Tenant Union has been on social media for some time.
Okay.
But last week, 7 days ago, we now on TikTok.
Okay.
And I have been doing live stream.
Okay.
From some at dawn in the morning.
Yeah.
So I want to meet you anywhere, and to make sure, say, at least many people have opportunity to understand how the law works.
Okay.
It will patrol so we are called Ghana Tenant Union. TikTok, we follow videos bear 20 and a daho. Mini ho kobona tie bi. Landlord na fa tu hufo. De bia no me 2 me 3. Every minute bia na ba ko na mu. Okay, so please
that's a good initiative.
Go to TikTok. You go there.
What's the handle? What are the social media handles?
Say X, X, mean Ghana Tenant Union.
Ghana Tenant Union. Okay. I have a comment here. Rose Entertainment says, I had a similar situation when I was in Ghana. My landlord didn't give me pre-notice until 2 months later. He asked me to vacate the room. Oh, we are so sorry about that. Now, this is why Mr. Frederick Opoku is here to empower tenants to know their rights and to be able to stand up to some of these injustices they face. So, yes.
It is a landlord. So, if a landlord attends to you, now I'm ample time. 3 months will be in home. There's no 3 months way. But the person will give you ample time before I our time and But what now 1 month, 2 months,
okay.
Go to rent control and says that we in Nipa. So you have not been treated fairly.
Okay. We have another caller on the line. It seems this is an issue on people's hearts. Hello, your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Abigail. I'm calling from Kumasi.
Okay. Hello, Abigail. Your question, please.
Okay, let me speak in our dialect.
Okay.
Obviously, I feel and all no for 3 months no they fix the shower in the demand free for 3 months and free in the time start after 3 months no but for 2 years my wife and father you can't so on person over if you are the time or so if you are the time not so no also okay confusion so yes I'm 3 months to be waiting. Yes, I make my 3 months to get my son or 2 and I said, you can go ahead and say, what if you're dining?
Okay.
Because already I'm only 3 months and son all started utilizing a month, no, years, no. Here's the case on Prada, 2 years, the wife and Prada with that alcohol issue is another thing. So what can you do as a landlord that could create confusion and create any problem? What am I supposed to do?
Okay.
Yes, mommy. As I know, is in fools. Your choir landlord first so edging down a free tenant or yentin ye. A normal bear phobia. One, say o tenant ain't ya car nor the car in a rear sir. A bro so 1 month to crowd to me to know. That the law says it. Ain't the law say a month, 8 to 6 months or no. The framers of the law no say a month. One can say year. It is a odoka 1 month, then you want to apply that and it suit you. Obe apply so odoka 1 month into to know. But yes, if I'm 6 months, I will send them in me 3 years. No, so what more years. It ma me utia. One say o landlord edoka. E wo de o tenant edoka. Na say ontua or a trouble tenant. Just take the processes. Go to rent control. Say or they make a ontua. It mean pen will be. Number 2. Do not use the premises for immoral acts. Which I say illegal trading. And then adwa adiechi ama a show na de ball. Number 2, also the ton we cocaine is illegal and that free because of my problem. 3, if you are a tenant, then you are causing confusion to adjoining tenants. Which I say no be o machine give making noise all the time. And then I'm behind me dying. Dan water untoye. The landlord has the right. Say landlord tenant back who report to my landlord. Landlord can take you out.
Okay.
But also rent control. What I say? Patron tell you, we are tenants. Who can hide down? Me education kakra. Who can hide down? Normal phone also ye. Your due diligence. Due diligence is where you must say down because hand problem ben of your agent the work also for to. Ask yourself, landlord na make hand down no. What is his behavior? Nigiri, how does he behave? If you're what is happening? In so to you have the responsibility to do due diligence. One, don't blame anybody. Number 2, tenancy agreement. Almost 98% of Ghanaian tenants or take that on the Okonya dying. Now this kind of common landlord, no. You don't give money to landlord with that tenancy agreement because the laws, no. I feel like they may be no. Men 10 o'clock. And now about 11, me say, me you say. So take your tenancy agreement from this man. Oh, here's the phone. What are your receipt? Oko you see we are and receipt. These are fundamental error. A committee. It must if you are listening to me, we are tenant, Mr. Your rights to demand to do due diligence.
Yes.
Your rights to demand tenancy agreement. Yeah. It's your right to demand a rent card. Rent card now, here. A book, a paper B. Across 4 pages. Front, inner, the other side and back. Rent card now. Now obi at least after 2 weeks. Landlord from a rent card, mammy. Rent card in a paper B. Page no, a page B. Landlord din. Also din. O number, house number. Sikasa na uchama landlord no. The landlord eto dan ni mu a otumu sen eso ye
nti it is a tight card said they record
exactly
every
okay. Into what tight card ahwene ye sa de tie
okay
eti wo hwa na why there na what demand so demand your rent card
okay
confusion ba your tenancy agreement and our rent card and our rent magistrate edebejo
okay
the rent control ask you now what tenancy agreement e wo he wo se mini bio yo
nti ukobisa
number last okay. One
receipt for
we check we are on first stamp then and team so we try 1,000 Ghana we receipt in ye landlord will be a smart it one man one dream when you and in fact they will take it for granted.
Okay,
thank you.
So into BB to say rent card I think is even new to me personally. If it is new to the landlord and I tell the landlord say the same way not or say on ya. Do I still
have to go to rent control?
Okay.
See, give and take.
Okay.
Rent control is for landlords, it's for tenants. So and now you know who right no farmer because so don't blame him.
Me train him na so on
go to rent control and set up. Me landlord also me
rent card no.
Because uncle rent rent tax.
Okay.
8%, eh? So we landlord now ya ko tax. Me ya advocate ama GRA. Mun ko twa mo 8% no mo $. Mun ko twa 8% for residential. And commercial 50%. Eti enne se o diska na wudi ni nyafunyafu a. Wo tete amra so. Kono ko twa tax no. Na Ghana yeska.
So we have a few comments. This is a question. This one says, "Good morning. Please, is there a day the landlord should give a tenant after payment before moving in, or the day starts counting immediately after payment?"
It's a mutual agreement.
Okay.
There could be say bibi koso. It's what you are. But the here say the tenancy agreement in room.
Okay.
This is where the rules are.
Okay.
The patron be concerned about the tenancy agreement. And when Robert say date in a way started yemeboa. So in tenancy agreement, date in room.
Okay.
So date in the landlord say me better me 2 weeks. In 23 farmer me ne. Now starting next month. Obitimi kotremu na wa gene say maintenance koso. Na wa gene maintenance day no. They no could trace can that nobody's can, which is wrong.
Yeah. Okay. So we have another one. I'll say, "Good morning. I am TK from Oyarifa. This is a matter at heart and I'm facing a similar one. My rent ends in October and my landlord came and told me he has increased the rent from 330 Ghana cedis to 500 Ghana cedis and he wants it for 2 years. But I am an existing tenant and he is refusing to reduce it and it's sad. Thank you." Oh, we are so sorry, TK. But again, it says that you should go to the rent control and then have a discussion with them. You can take your landlord with him as right? Yes.
No, so only be kupa. And the fashion so sa.
Oh.
So why bold dia when they meet me like
yeah, same way because a lot of people are going through this thing and it does not seem like there is anybody to check landlords, to check tenants. I think we were talking about it. I think I read about something about having a registry of all landlords and their properties. The
enforcement of the law is not being enforced by rent control in Nagasau.
Okay.
So some of us have called for rent control to be scrapped. Number without occasion because Uti, or say he who seeks equity must do what? Come with clean hands. When you have soiled your hands and you want justice, landlord won't but uko to be the only rent control crime. But you can't say they also hold them so you want to apply half of the law, and the same rent control will be entertaining such misgrants, which is not, it's not logic.
Okay.
And it's not fair to Ghanaian tenants.
Aside rent control, are there any other agencies or bodies that people, tenants or even landlords, can also seek some form of help or justice from?
To the courts.
To the court. So we have rent control and then the courts.
You can decide, say, rent control. You can get a lawyer. The lawyer will write to the landlord. Tenant union, did a team of lawyers.
Okay.
Very soon.
But one say lawyer who has so the majority of Ghanaians renting homes are probably low to middle income people. Me rent na lawyer.
That is why Tenant Union of Ghana are representing 50 million. We are your group in this country.
So
it will be rent control krana free.
Okay.
Now you have advice. You be can yes am you nimu almost to na.
Okay.
Now you advice one na wako. Who person landlord tete wa. Now we know how too much your first point of call is some other association. Ghana Tenant Union. So one thing now Ghana Tenant Union ho. Into equal 15 million to 19 million. Ghana no. Ghana ne.
Okay. We have another question. Yaira, this is Ama from Lashibi. I want to know the role the union also plays to make the landlords comply to them providing tenancy agreements and other tenancy rules.
We can't play any rule because we are not legit in terms of making the law work.
Okay.
But we can advocate. Okay. But we can put pressure on the government to make sure, say,
okay.
Our advocacy is to say, government, people are dying, people are suffering. Stand up and do what is right.
Okay.
Then on that angle, because things are loading.
Yeah.
It's a to say a bar, come and join.
Okay. D&J Ventures also says, a country called Ghana indeed. One of my workers was recently asked to vacate his house because he is coming to do renovation, which his time is not even due. In TCCA, let's wrap up with the National Rental Assistance Scheme. We know it has been implemented, but it does not look like it is taking any seed or root. So let's just jump straight to what your suggestions are.
What do you think? Why you said why do you think it doesn't look like? I didn't know what would you say it doesn't look like. Because we wouldn't say I launch it, but why would confirm say it doesn't look like? What do you mean?
In some people, yes, but Cician, our time is running out, so let's go straight to some of the things that your union.
I think rent assistance scheme was a brilliant program. In fact, Ghana Tenant Union supported the government. And I done on lunch, conference centers and Tenant Union was there to give solidarity on behalf of whole tenant in this country. And I'm hoping no maybe so I'm hoping the implementers should set rights. And there I say can committee no motie no it ye wa adwen kura na ehye botom. Because the ekoso me no ka say as a stakeholder ye part and parcel of ade no and then ka ebi obi kura apply and ka me hu say na ekono no o ma yes nchen e no mo ye o ma de o mbo mu nkuro all the same no enya the money but me feel say asad na no omo overhaul it project no na omo nye wider stakeholder consultation na omo reintroduce but asad na no me who say a failed policy.
Inti onse the procedures in it the way it is supposed to go. Let me say abayembe mao some amount of money or be a loan.
Yes.
In my opinion, I think it's basically the same thing as paying a lump sum, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to be paying, and by the time I finish paying that money, I have to go and take another one. What are some of the things that, even though they've not put you on?
When you say Roma, Ghana Mra say you have 6 months, but let us say 2 years. This is where the issue starts from. And now you almost say this on Sabekambia. We have formal job and now we are informal. But in reality, almost say they don't want to default because a new project, which means in the mindset of those implementers, they'll say the man wanna you bit money is it is a one who don't pay water and now take antamantua. Now you're informal, Mumuno do almost so much. But in reality, they say and now what monthly. Now I can't almost say control and I say whatever. Now say what do you say and the woman say into me comfortable. It for us now you describe on Minka is okay. Anyway,
Thank you.
Sometimes I think it ought to be overhauled.
Okay, thank you very much. So one more comment or question. Yes, good morning. A tenant comes in with a family of 4 and later 2 family members join him after 3 months for over a year. Based on the extra 2 that join him without informing you, can you let him leave if they are a nuisance in terms of noise making? This is from Ajwa from Amasaman.
Ajwa, Okohai will be down. If you go to rent, understand this principle. You make a declaration. Say me better than me kunu and me babako. Right?
Yes.
Where you like bringing strangers, no better 2-3 days, you are exerting pressure on the facilities. Ever sent them, and I'm I hope I'm
a family. Another set, about 2 more. So they started as 4, and then 2 more came to join them. It's 1 by 6. Family members.
You are abusing the thing because.
Can you? So first of all, they didn't let you know that there will be more. And can you also sack them based on the fact that they are being a nuisance in terms of noise?
The landlord can take. Imagine a clear breach of mistrust.
Okay.
What I say, TV. Sebi. Toilet facility a number of people in other things.
Answer. Okay.
It's a more tenor, a bear mantem. Are you getting my point? And you see, go back to the landlord and talk to the landlord. Say if you're winning don't think that 100 you're right.
Yeah.
Say make my packet down there me pay because me na my hand and don't interfere. The same thing, what could you be dying? Now what be any money tongue? Could be no money. and I say for this kind of things must stop.
Yeah.
Because if it's for residential, it's for residential.
Okay.
If it's for commercial, but you don't take commercial property and make it residential.
Okay.
Either way, vice versa.
So there's another one. We paid for a store while it was not completed, and everything was completed, so that operating in this. So everything was completed. So it's operating in the store on the 19th of November 2023. But the tenants brought tenancy agreement stating that it was started on 28th October 2023, which is very bad. So can we take him to rent control?
This is a landlady or landlord or what?
The question is not very
so
clear.
I can see say he actually let the
so
building.
I think the tenants,
the landlord. A landlord.
They said they paid for a store while it was not completed, and then everything was completed now. So they started operating on 19th of November.
Okay.
But the tenant, so I don't know if she meant the landlord.
Okay, I think.
But basically, somebody brought a tenant agreement stating that operation started a month before. The landlord, the landlord brought tenancy agreement that. So can they take him to rent control?
Why did you take the tenancy agreement the very day that and American was me? Once a problem about. Landlord will be 1 month ago and I be now Utria 10,000 ameboa.
No, almost started in November, but landlord ne say almost started in October. Inti I say
October 1 month no. It's 1 month no. Do you have any evidence? Maybe you should trace some evidence. So because when you have evidence,
yeah.
But try to get at least some kind of evidence.
Yeah.
Say maybe event we see. Think critically and identify some events are happening and now.
Okay.
Now what to me I make a point, and it might be very evidential based.
Okay. Thank you so much. It has been a very interesting conversation here. We definitely will have a part 2 where we can talk about things that are on your hearts, because there seems to be a lot more questions. Thank you so much, Mr. Frederick Opoku. It has been a pleasure having you here. Though we did not get to go into a lot of the issues, we will definitely go into them another time. Up next, we're going to be talking to the winners of the Young Public Speaker. And right after this break, we'll be interacting with the little kids and, of course, the founder of the Young Public Speaker competition. Stay tuned.
Clog TV. Beyond the policy.
You can never go without that. Yeah, so it's the passion I have that drives me all the time.
Okay.
This is not the only program I do for children.
Okay.
I do preschool shacks as well, but this is what has really gone out a lot for people to see. I manage them. I balance them all together.
Yes, we are grateful to God for the strength He has given you, and you'll be able to do more, I'm sure. So, what are your hours of training? Is it weekends, after school? Because I'm sure parents are definitely, they have some stubborn children they might want to enroll. So, what are your hours?
Okay, so what we do is that we do audition, then we pick the children.
Okay.
So after the audition, we have 1 week training. It's a Saturday. We train all of them on eye contact, gestures, articulation, and all that. So after that, then that will be all the training that we'll give you. So we do an intensive training, just a day.
Okay.
And then when they come in, as and when we judge them, then we give them the corrections. Because we can't get them all out like a week intensive to train them. So we do it once after the audition. Yes.
So, as you said, intensive training. And the ages are between 6 and 16.
Yes.
And 6-year-olds, I mean, they are not very old, but they are on the way. How are you able, because if it's intensive, these people, they get distracted very quickly, they get tired, they are hungry. You know how kids are.
Yeah.
How do you handle that?
Okay, so with this, public speaking, we look out for 4 things. That is articulative, gestures, appearance, and then their confidence.
Okay.
So that is where we pick them when we are doing the audition. So we select those ones. And then when we come in, the training is how to correct them. So your articulation, how do you articulate? Some of the children, they can talk, but how to pause and then control it. And then the eye contact, how do they control their eye contact? Someone might be very good, but when he sees or she sees light, then she put the eye down. So that's where we train. And the confidence and your appearance on stage. How do you come as a public speaker? Do you come just like that, casual, or how do you come? You need to look out for the time and seasons that you should dress. Yes. So that's where we train them.
So you only pick based on the 4 things you notice. But what about the kids that they may not pass the audition, but you can see that they would have loved to do something like this? How do you also handle those kids?
Okay, so we intend to do, we also had a lot of people coming in that they don't want their children to be on TV every day, but they want us to train them. We intend to have that behind
so
the
that
scene.
will be coming.
That will be coming very soon. Because sometimes when you do the audition, and you see that about 200 children have come and you select just 60, it's very heartbreaking, but that's how our hands can fetch. So moving forward, we are planning to have something for them.
So how can someone get their kids on board? Aside it being a competition, do you intend to have a small boot camp training, maybe every vacation or something like that? And if you do intend to have that, how can someone get their kids on board?
Okay, so we do intend to have a boot camp. That will be probably next year. Yeah, so that one will be like a 3 days boot camp that we can camp them and then do that. But for now, what we do is that we go per academic year. So every term we do 1. So within this year we have done 2. That's the first term we did 1, second term, and now we are going to third term. So we go to schools and then we do the audition. At first we used to gather all of them at one place, but we realized that sometimes you won't get the number. So now we want to go to their doorsteps. You come to your school, you do the audition, but we should get at least 20 or 10 people being interested in it. Then we come and do the audition for you.
So right now, if someone is looking for the young public speaker, where can we find you?
Okay, we are located at Achimota Mile 7. We are closer to the Eco Bank. Yes, our office is there, or you can call us on Our number 055-866-3068.
Okay, so let me get the number again. Producers, please. The number 055
866
3068.
Yes.
So yes, to contact the Young Public Speaker Program, please find attached the number 055 866 3068. So I'm sure it will be on our live stream for you to be able to access after the show. Yes, so I finished with the big lady. Now, you guys, how do you feel winning the Young Public Speaker Program?
Elevated.
You feel elevated. What about you?
Like, I feel energy in me.
Ish, wow. And you, my lady?
Excited and happy.
Excited and happy, wow. And you?
Was motivated and excited.
Ish, wow. I like how articulate they are. That's really good. So who was the overall winner? Hey, okay. So let me start with you. How was the preparation like?
It was exciting. I loved learning my script. It's made me happy and it's made me learn ahead.
Okay. So what about you participating? How was preparation like?
It was fun, happy,
Yes.
exciting, and it has helped me to boost my communicating skills.
Okay, that's really nice. What about you?
It has helped me to learn. By the grace of God, I have learned how to read books. So when I get the time to learn my scripts, like let's say that it's your leisure time, go and read a book or learn your script. I can choose my script to learn.
Okay.
So that every time I can get motivated and focus.
Okay, that's really nice. And what about you?
The preparation was exciting, fun, but sometimes it was quite, of course. Most of the time I forget myself, moving around, but my coach with Serichi will remind me. He is the one that writes my script and helps me learn it. So preparation is fun. Yep.
Okay. So what about your parents? Were they encouraging you? Were they putting pressure on you? How was it like? Yes.
It's like they were encouraging me, and that made me feel happy.
Okay.
It made me feel like winner. I'm a potential winner.
Yeesh. Okay. What about you?
They were encouraging me to do my best.
Okay. And you?
They were encouraging me to learn my script. So I felt happy of learning my script, thinking that I will win the competition.
You can win. You are a winner. You already won, right? And then what about you?
My mom is the one that usually helps me, teaches me how to have the stagecraft and the energy. My dad usually he's not around, but with the voice, he's always supporting.
Okay, that's really beautiful. I'm so glad to hear that your parents were very, very involved in this. So, as you have won this, do you intend to use this, when you grow up or even in the rest of your life? You do, right? So, what would you be using it for?
Like preaching.
Okay.
The Young Public Speaker has really improved me.
Okay.
My face contact, my gestures, and how I speak.
Okay.
That's really helped.
Okay. What about you?
My modeling career.
Your what?
My modeling
career. Yes, you're very beautiful. I'm sure you would excel there. Yes, your modeling
to help
career.
my colleagues to be fluent in the midst of people.
Okay. And what about you?
I will use it like when I'm a footballer in future. I will use it when I get time. I can use it to help my fellow students and my fellow people who are supporting.
Okay. And what about you?
I can use it in my daily life, for example, giving speeches in my community and in the school. And for example, when I'm in the school and I'm vying for any position, the experience that I got from this competition, I can use it.
Okay, that's very, very beautiful. These are such intelligent answers. So, as you resume school, they're on vacation, right?
Yes.
So when you resume school, what do you intend to do for your friends with winning the Young Public Speaker Program?
I will encourage them.
Okay.
And if they are not paid, they should not give up. It's a stepping stone for them, and they should always rehearse on it.
Okay.
And it will go well for them.
Okay. What about you?
I will encourage them to come to YPS to boost their communication skills and it will help them become confident, bold.
Okay. Thank you. And you?
I will help my classmates so that when they get a script and they are trying to say the entire script without looking on the paper, I will hold the paper. So when my classmate gets a mistake, then I will say the mistake for her.
Okay. And what about you?
I will encourage my fellow students to join YPS because looking at me as an example, I never thought that I could come this far, but by the grace of God, I've been able to achieve this feat. And even if they don't get picked for the audition, nothing good comes without facing obstacles. So they should try again and
It'll work out. Wow. I'm amazed this morning. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you here. So, Madam Rosemary, no, wait. One last thing. So, yes, your friends and their parents watching you, what would you like to tell them?
Tell them that, especially to my parents, Mommy, Daddy, thank you for supporting me to this farm. I really appreciate it. And my friends too. I would like to encourage them to join because it will really help them like how it has helped me.
Okay, yes.
I want to say thank you for all those who supported me and voted for me.
Okay, and you?
I want to say thank you to especially my uncles and my aunties for helping me learn my script sometimes.
Okay, and you?
I would like to say a big thank you to my friends and parents who have been watching me, voting for me, and especially to my parents for helping me go this far.
Okay. So would you tell your friends, parents, you know, their mummies and daddies to encourage them to come and join the YPS program?
Yes.
Yes, okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Thank you so much. So, Madam Rosemary, we are wrapping up and would like to take your final words to the general public.
Okay, so all that I have to say is that if you are a parent and you discover such a talent in your child, never shut the child down.
Yeah.
That's a blessing for you to get someone who is very articulative, can talk and stand in front of public to speak.
Okay.
I would say that these are young children who are developing their talent. Let's help them and shape them for better generation.
All right, thank you. So let us have your number again. We will display it on our screen so that our viewers can also catch it quickly. So yes, the number, please.
Okay, so the number is 055 866 3068.
Okay. 055-866-3068. So please, my dear parents watching, if you have a child like that who is outspoken, articulate, knows how to talk, please don't hesitate to contact the YPS program for your child to be auditioned and hopefully enrolled in the training session. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Cocoa Digest Morning Show. I'm sure very soon we'll even call some of you to come and teach some of my co-hosts there, you know, a few things that you've learned. So yes, this brings us to the end of the Cocoa Digest Morning Show. And a big thank you, first and foremost, to our guests, our beautiful and handsome guests that are here, that have been here. A big thank you to you, our dear viewers, for watching. A big thank you to our sponsors, our management, our technical team. A big thank you to everybody that made this a success. We hope to see you again bright and early on Thursday morning. Please do have a beautiful and blessed day.
Clog TV, beyond the policy.